Here we are come to the second step, annual assessment. Just look at the formula. IIT payable or refundable on annual assessment equals to annual taxable comprehensive income is gross amount times applicable tax rate minus quick deduction factor minus tax withheld. Here, annual taxable comprehensive income equals to the total annual comprehensive income minus annual personal allowance. Annual personal allowance is a fixed amount RMB 60,000. Then minus specific allowable deductions minus specific additional deductions. We can see that these two formulas are actually another way of expressing the third part of this chapter, and the basic idea is the same. Through above formulas, we can understand that the annual assessment is essentially a process of summarizing the full comprehensive income for the entire year, deducting various applicable items, and calculating the annual tax payable based on the unified tax rate. Subsequently, we deduct the taxes already withheld and prepaid for January to December. Finally, we determine the taxes that need to be paid or refunded. Annual assessment is something that every tax resident needs to do, but it's not required that every tax resident perform annual tax filing to the tax bureau. A tax resident should perform annual IT filing on his or her own if the first situation, the taxpayer received comprehensive income from two or more sources and the balance of his or her annual comprehensive income after specific deductions exceeds RMB 60,000. The second situation, the taxpayer receives one or more type of income from labor services, manuscript and royalty, and the balance of his or her annual comprehensive income after 20% deductions and specific deductions exceed RMB 60,000. The third situation, the taxpayer's IT withheld during the year is lower than the IT payable calculated by his or her annual comprehensive income. And the fourth situation, the taxpayer applies for tax refunds. The above are four situations that should perform annual tax filing. Here's an example about annual assessment. In this example, tax resident Ms. Wang had the following incomes in 2022, which is 420,000. His employer has withheld IT of RMB 58,000 on a provision basis. Royalty income on invention RMB 600,000 and RMB 96,000 was withheld for royalty income. Children education fee of RMB 20,000 is deductible. Required. Calculate the additional IT payable by Mr. Wang on IT's annual filing. Here, look at the answer. IIT on comprehensive income of Mr. Wang, the first item, which is, this is annual salary. The amount is 420,000 plus royalty on invention is also the annual royalty income. The full amount 600,000 less 20% deduction. So here times 80%. The value is 480,000. So the total income equals to 900,000. The total income continues less annual personal allowance is a fixed value 60,000 less children education fee here is 20,000. So the annual taxable income equals to 900,000 minus 60,000 minus 20,000, the value is 820,000. By referencing the tax rate table, we know that the applicable tax rate is 35% and the quick deduction factor is 85,920. So RIT equals to 820,000 times 35% minus 85,920. The value is 201,080. Here, RIT withheld. The question stem already tells us wages withheld tax 58,000. Royalty income withheld tax 96,000. So the total withheld tax is 154,000. Here, RIT payable on annual filing equals to RIT 201,080 minus RIT withheld 154,000. The value is 47,080. Well done, we finished the answer. Now we are talking about the special situation of comprehensive income. Tax treatment of annual bonuses. Where a tax resident receives an annual bonus, how to calculate the RIT, he or she has two options. Option 1. Combine his or her annual bonus into the current month's wages or salaries to calculate RIT as usual. In this case, consider this bonus as part of the current month's salary and calculate taxes according to the usual methods. Option 2. The relevant amount does not need to be consolidated into current month's salaries and wages. Instead, divide the amount by 12 to determine the applicable tax rates according to monthly tax rate table for comprehensive income. Then, multiply the bonus amount by the tax rate and minus quick deduction factor. According to this method, just to determine the tax payable for this bonus. Let's look at an example about annual bonuses. In this example, tax resident Mr. Lee has RMB 3,800 post-tax monthly salary sourced from his Chinese employer during 2022. He also received annual bonus of RMB 60,000 on the 31st of December 2022. Required. Calculate RIT payable on his annual bonus separately. In this example, Mr. Lee chose the second option, so we don't need to consider the first option. Let's look at the answer. Firstly, divide the amount by 12. Here, the whole bonus 60,000 divided by 12. The value is RMB 5,000. Based on this value 5,000, reference the tax rate table. The applicable tax rate is 10% and the quick deduction factor is 210. So, RIT payable on his annual bonus equals to the whole bonus 60,000 times 10% minus 210. The value is RMB 5,790. By this time, we completed all the content of this chapter. Let's briefly review it. This chapter is about how to calculate and pay individual income tax on tax residents' comprehensive income. I introduced which income belongs to comprehensive income and the basic formula for calculating individual income tax on comprehensive income. We talked about the practical operation methods in 2 steps: provisional withholding and annual assessment. Finally, I would like to remind you to carefully review the examples in the course, as they will help you deepen your understanding. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. See you next time.